I digress. Let's talk about some HVAC tools for a minute. Now, well, not just HVAC tools. I should preface that. So there was four things here that I kind of set aside because I was thinking about these things. I was looking around on the internet. I was wondering what new stuff is coming down the pipe here. What are we going to see coming up real soon? The first thing is it's something I've already advertised about because we have a sponsor, this Yellow Jacket, but they should be out now. I know it was May. I don't know if they're out now, but it's the YJack Mano. It's a dual port manometer. It's got the two hoses right there. You know, you got your tubing, you got your static pressure tips, you got your adapters down there. I guess you can get your gas pressure and stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited about this because I have the other YJack probes. I don't think a lot of you have YJack probes. It's the general sense that I get because a lot of us are attached to the hip to Measure Quick. And I'm going to try to immerse myself in Measure Quick. That's one of the things I was working on today. I re-downloaded the app and I'm going to try to use it I can't use it with the YJack because it's not compatible. Hopefully one day. But I think Yellow Jackets, it's kind of like Field Piece was before. They're proud of the app. They're building an app themselves and they just don't want to give it away and give it to somebody else, which I understand. For better or for worse, it might be better to let Jim's Measure Quick rule the day. But, you know, companies get proud of what they've done. They build something and they don't want to give part of it away, which I can understand that. Hello, Jeff Kuiper. Jeff Kuiper is in the chat. We have Joe Shearer. Ductless ductwork. Yep, it was ductless ductwork. It was the silliest thing I've ever seen. I told my brother-in-law, I said, hey, that was a unicorn right there. That ain't never going to happen again. I've never heard of something like that. Even with the guy with the dog, you know, that's worse than the guy with the dog. Because I guess my brother thinks our brother-in-law thinks he's a conversational wizard. Because I guess he said, I just talked to the guy and then he said it passed and he left. I was like, that's never going to happen again, man. So just forget about that. And it's probably for the best that they came back and said, no, you need to put ductwork in this house. Because that is their job. And there should be ductwork in the house. That kind of checks and balances. Pretty self-evident that you need that. If you're going to have an inspection department, which we can debate, they might as well be able to do that. All right, let's go on to the next thing here. Navax is having their Need for Speed, and the first two of these are sponsors. That's just a coincidence, I promise you, but it also doubles as an ad. So here we go. Navax Need for Speed is back. The Navax 2022 summer promotion. If you purchase some of the qualifying pumps, which I guess is it says NRP 6DI, I think that is, NP2 DLM, which is the battery pump, NP12 DM, which is the big dog, NP12 DA1, NP4 DLM, which I think is the 4 CFM battery pump, and the NRPD 8DI, I guess 8 CFM pump. And you get you get choose 2 out of 3, it says. A 3-inch to 1/4-inch evacuation hose, which is the NHB1, the NHB2, which is 1/2-inch to 1/4-inch evacuation hose, which is nice. I'd go with, oh man, I think I'd want one of both of those. But I do like their core remover too, which is the third thing. They have the NVR1 core remover, which I guess that is the one that has 5/16 and a 1/4-inch. And I really, really like that. It says this promo goes from 5/1, which is a couple days ago or a few days ago, to 9/30/2022. So all summer long you can do this. And if you need a vacuum pump, they make good vacuum pumps and the free stuff is good too. I don't know what I'd get. I want to get 2 hoses like that. I do have one 3/8 to 1/4-inch already. I'd probably go with the 1/2-inch to 1/4 and the valve core remover just because I have a 3/8 Yellow Jacket, which seems pretty good. But it is nice to have those hoses that go directly to the pump. Since the Yellow Jacket has the 10 CFM digital pump. Digital. Okay, that's just, I don't know if that's a gimmick or not. It's a 10 CFM pump. It's got a brushless motor. I call it digital, but I don't know if that actually makes sense. That's just something people say. But it has a 1/2-inch connector and a 3/8 connector. So either get an adapter, which just gives you another spot to leak. So I don't see the point of that. Or just get one of each hoses, and that's on the offer there. So I could buy a different vacuum pump and get hoses for both vacuum pumps. I'm not going to buy another vacuum pump because I already have them. But you know what? It's a good deal for whoever needs a vacuum pump, that is for sure. It's really cool. We have Eddie in the chat. Sup, everyone? My brother Eddie from Tennessee. I remember stuff, Eddie. I remember where people live, I think. I think that was right, Eddie. I hope it was right. All right, here's the last one that's HVAC related, purely HVAC. The last one might tick you guys off, but I'm just going to do it anyway. I noticed this too, and I think I've heard people talking about this. Is Hillmore has a line set cleaner. It is it says something in Spanish at the bottom, which I can't pronounce. And I don't know a whole lot about this yet. I found this picture just a little while ago, and I probably will revisit this. But to me, this looks like it's in the same vein as the pipe wiper. For those of you who followed HVAC school when they were doing the pipe wiper bit for quite a bit there, one of these things where you blow this little, what do they call it, a pig, I think, or something. They blow it down the line set to clean it out. Like if you're doing a retrofitting job where you want to clear out all the old oil, it has one of these deals right here. This is the first time I've actually seen the box. So I don't know if Hillmore just bought the pipe wiper stuff. It's possible, because a lot of times these companies do that. They'll find an idea for a smaller company to just purchase it up. I'm not sure. I have no idea. Joe Shear said Hillmore did not buy pipe wiper. They are competitive. Okay. Well, I know it looks like a pipe wiper type of thing. Joe, maybe you know a little bit more about it. That's what it looks like, and that's me making an assumption based on what I see. But I thought it was kind of a neat product right there, which we'll investigate a little bit more. Maybe I will send Hillmore a message and ask him for more details about this thing. So the final thing I'm going to talk about as far as tools, and this is a straight up homeowner tool, and I saw this earlier, and I'm not saying you have to buy this, and it's a homeowner brand that's sold at Walmart, but I thought it was a good deal. Because these heart jokers that sell, I don't think I have any heart stuff in here, but I have a few heart tools. And some of them, they are bad. I mean, they're real bad. Really bad. The heart impact driver, and they have a 20-volt platform, kind of like DeWalt. It's 18 volts, but they rate it as 20 volts because they haven't pulled the trigger yet, sort of thing. And once you pull the trigger, it becomes 18 volt or lower, depending on how charged the battery is. So Hart has a 20-volt platform, and their impact driver is just the worst. Their impact driver is horrible. I tested the thing. I should have put the video up on here, but it's probably too long to watch during the live stream. I tested it, and it was like in last place. It was just the worst thing ever. Now, the regular drill they have, and these are the brushed model tools, they're pretty bad. They have some other stuff, like they have a flip light that I really like. It's like 900 lumens, 800, 900 lumens. I think it's awesome. It's really, really nice. There is their little shop blower. It's really nice. I like that one too. But their power tools, like their saws and drills and stuff, they've sucked so far. Everything I've tested has been bad. The Sawzall, super bad. Super ultra bad. It's so bad that I sold it right afterwards because it wasn't even worth owning. So bad. I compared it to a Makita brushless and a Craftsman brushless, which probably isn't fair, and then a Rigid brushless. So it really isn't fair, but it lost handily. I mean, it was way, way out of range. It's just bad. It was a very bad Sawzall. And I say Sawzall, but a reciprocating saw. That's how powerful Milwaukee is, guys. We use their trade names instead of the actual name. It's like skill saw. The skill saw was so popular back in the day, I still call every circular saw a skill saw. But here we go. This is the tool deal I thought was actually good from Hart. And it is 2 batteries and a tool of your choice, only $99. Now, depending on what tool you choose, I think that's a pretty good deal because they sell the 2 batteries now for $149, which is incredibly overpriced. These batteries ought to be like $100 or lower for a pair, no doubt. So saying you're going to get a free tool is like them being sold at a normal price and getting a free tool. So the tools that I thought were actually worth it, there's a list of like 6 of them, but it's a bunch of their brush tools, which are abysmal. I've never used their jigsaw, but I'm just going to assume that it's bad as well. It has the Hart 2-pack, 20 volt 4 amp hour batteries, and a free hybrid sight light. Hybrid means you can plug it in or you can use the battery. It is 1800 lumens, so I said that's pretty good. That's a nice shop light. You can use it. You can set it on the ground while you're in the crawl space. You can use it in the attic. That makes sense, okay? Depending on its durability, that makes sense. And for a long time, I thought their batteries were just the worst, but I'm starting to think that the tools were bad, but the batteries are fine. And as time goes by, that's been proven correct because I've used the blower a lot. I have a couple of the 4 amp hour batteries, so they seem to work fine. It's the tools that have come up short. All right. The other tool is a pruning chainsaw. And although this sounds kind of out of left field, I did want to include it since it was part of the list, and I thought it was going to be worthwhile. Because getting one of these small pruning chainsaws, even if they're brushed, for $99 with 2 batteries and a charger, I think that's pretty good. And if you have some work around the house to do, or you want to keep something for clearing around where you're setting a unit or something, that's a pretty good little tool to have. I'd want to check it out, but as long as it's not horrible, I think that would be good.